Brrraaains A Head-Banging Life here, GBHBL.com. We're going to be reviewing the new A Perfect Circle album called Eat the Elephant. It's out now. The first since 2003's 13th Step. Well, the first original and new material. It's out now and it's a bit of a surprise. It's certainly going to divide fans, I think. Depends what you're looking for. Naturally, in 2018, it was always going to be a big ask. What Perfect Circle going to come back as? I remember sort of thinking, I'm not too sure if they're going to be quite with it. Has it been too long? It's kind of the sort of issue I see with Tool going forward. Have they been at the game for so long? Metal and rock and alternative rock has moved on to such an extent. Are they going to be able to keep up? Are they going to be able to be that inventive? Are they going to be able to be that imaginative? What people saw in A Perfect Circle back in the day. Now, I mean, I wasn't a fan. I liked certain songs, but I certainly wasn't a fan. So, I've gone into this album in the mindset of, well, I'm not expecting much because I was never a big fan. I can only be impressed. And impressed I was. This is their best work to date. I'm blown away by how good it is. It's a real mix of early A Perfect Circle, like you can draw those connections, you'll find those lines and connect them up to the earlier work, while also sounding quite modern and dealing with modern themes. The lyrics, they certainly focused on a lot of the problems in the world today, as you would expect. It's no surprise that that's the case. I mean, we're all talking about Maynard James Keenan here, who's ultimately, I think, got his finger on the button, finger on the pulse for, acknowledging and being aware and having opinions on what's going on in the world, whether it be political, whether it be related to just generally how people behave to each other and so on and so forth. He definitely seems to sort of have thoughts and opinions now. He's not that vocal about them until it comes to lyrics. Not that this is in your face, not that this new album or the tracks on it are in your face trying to make a point and tell you this is what I think and this is what it is. It's not like that at all. It's more understated than that, but you certainly can't overlook or you can't help but notice those themes. One of the nicest things about this album is the sort of mellowness that you get from it. It's a lot of the time very relaxing, very emotive, very heartfelt music, whether it be the melodies, whether it be the percussion, which is often very light and very tappy. This is not a heavy metal album. This is an alternative rock album, ultimately. The use of piano, Keenan's vocals, all combines to make a really, I wouldn't say necessarily relaxing because it keeps you on edge a lot of the times, but very somber, very soulful and melody-based album. Certain tracks like The Contrarian, which is a really sobering and richly detailed track, or By and Down the River, which is layered with kind of dark melodies, or Get the Lead Out, which is that's the most musically odd one I find in the album. That puzzles as much as it's sort of amazed. You're listening to these tracks and you're kind of walking around or sitting down or whatever you're doing as you're listening to it with your mouth kind of open as you're trying to take in everything A Perfect Circle are trying to do here. It is inventive, it's clever, it's smart, and it sounds good. All of it combines perfectly, whether it be great vocals for Maynard Keenan, whether it be great use of piano keys, whether it be great little bit of guitar, deep bass, decent drums. It all is really comes together really nicely. And that might give you the impression that it's all like soft then and it's mellow. It's not. There's plenty of force in the album too. You have the likes of The Doomed, which has a bit more urgency and it's a bit more impactful tone with a heavier beat. Talks flashes of heaviness. It has flashes amongst the more mellow side of things. It's got gravity. You can feel it pulling you. And then you get even a sort of Nine Inch Nails inspired track with Hourglass. That one there, arguably maybe the weakest track on the album, and it depends how you kind of feel about that Nine Inch Nails style of sound. I personally don't mind it, and I think this is, as the tributes go, the better side of Nine Inch Nails. It's filled with awesome tracks, but the real highlight is So Long and Thanks for All the Fish. I mean, with a title like that as well, it's a stellar track that's so catchy and really gets the blood pumping, which isn't something you normally get from A Perfect Circle. Having that kind of, ooh, yeah, getting that oomph and getting that feeling and feeling like, yeah, I could listen to this a lot. This could come on my radio, my car radio as I'm driving around, and I'd be like nodding my head and tapping my foot along to it. ultimately, one of the most surprising things about this is that A Perfect Circle still have it. It's been 15 years since their last album. There hasn't been any real output from them. See, you know, as we said at the start, you had those question marks, whether it was going to be inventive or imaginative, whether they were going to be able to draw on that power they had 15 years previous. Now, like I said at the start, I'm not a fan. So going in, I didn't know what to expect. I wasn't expecting great things. I thought maybe it'll be good. I'll be at least excited or interested to hear what they've got. And I came out completely blown away. I think you will be too. If you're a fan, if you were a fan and you like their earlier stuff, this you're going to love. I think you're really going to love this. And if you're not a fan or you never heard anything by them beforehand, check it out. It's really, really interesting stuff. A lot of the tracks are really, really good. And it's a great return. They certainly proved me wrong. So yeah, that's A Perfect Circles. Eat the Elephant. It's out now, so make sure you check it out. And of course, go to the site, gbhbl.com, to read all your reviews, music reviews, horror reviews, game reviews. It's all there. Check out our YouTube channel and don't forget to hit that subscribe button.